Yo, yo, yo. Goodfellas Podcast. It's your boy Dougie. I got five. I got A Will with me. Booth, get on over here, man. We gonna start the show. It's 8:24 right now, so we gonna pay homage to the great Kobe Bean Bryant, and we gonna do what you should do when you shooting into a trash can. So on the count of three, fellas, we gonna make that happen. Y'all ready?
Let's
you got
do
to?
it.
You got to?
All right.
You got to? All right. 1, 2, 3.
Kobe!
Oh, hey. Five, the only one that made
Only
it.
one made it.
Oh, man.
Only one in mid-season form.
I gotta work on that.
Jesus.
I faded away. I should have skipped straight.
I faded him.
Nah, Kobe would have faded. Kobe would have faded.
Definitely would have faded.
Kobe faded.
So we're gonna start off the show Sunday. I don't even know how to describe this, man. Tragic ending, man. Kobe Bryant among there was 9 people on his helicopter. He was headed to his gym, going to coach, going to run a camp with his daughter, and helicopter crashed, killing 9 people. We praying for those families, praying for Kobe's family. It's been a tough day for not just basketball fans, just sports fans in general, because as we all know, Kobe was a global icon, you know what I mean? So, where were y'all at when y'all first found out?
I was actually at home. I literally had just sat down, turned on my TV. I actually got 2 texts from my 2 good fellas right here. A Will and Booth both sent out text messages, and I didn't believe the news. I thought it was, Twitter or somebody killing someone off again, which happens every blue moon in the Twitter sphere.
Yeah.
So I kind of, rambled through a couple channels, ESPN, NBA TV, saw nothing, turned to the Pro Bowl, thought that might be an exclusive on there, didn't see anything, and then sure enough, maybe about 5 to about 7 minutes into me turning between channels, on the Pro Bowl, the commentator that was commentating the Pro Bowl broke the news. He was choking up. He was very distraught. So was his colleague at the time too, and then it broke out everywhere. So it was really tough news. So especially for me.
Hey, Will?
I was at the crib. I was actually at the crib. I was watching Mulan with my daughter. And I got a message from one of my frat brothers, Ryan, saying like, "Did y'all hear Kobe died?" And I looked at it and I just put my phone down. And then one of my homies, Marcus, texted me and was like, "Did you get the news that Kobe died?" And I was just like, "What?" And I instantly just sent the message in our Goodfellas group chat, and I was like, "Did y'all hear that Kobe died?" And then nobody responded, so I instantly went to Twitter and I just started saying like, rest in peace, but I didn't see like a news clipping, so I didn't think it was real. I just put my phone down, then I started watching the Pro Bowl. Didn't know it came on that early. And then that's when the host, I can't think of who it was, but he had said it, and I was just like, I still didn't believe it. And then I flipped to ABC, or went to ABC, and ABC said it, and I was just like, I still couldn't believe it. Like, it just was like, no, this ain't, like, somebody's lying, like, confirm it. And then I think when I finally got it, it was just like, everybody, like, my phone just started blowing up. Like, everybody just started saying, like, Kobe died, Kobe died, Kobe died, Kobe died. USA Today, Fox, all that was just like, he died. And I was just like, damn. Like, and then the thing that really hit me was like, on the ABC thing, it was 5, at first it was Kobe and 4 other people. So it was 5 people. And they said it was his daughters. Like they said daughters. And I was just like, damn, he died with all his kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just immediately started thinking of his wife. Like, man, how do you lose your family like that? Like you wake up with your family and then boom, like they just gone. And then as it started coming out, it just was like, you still like just like fucked up by it. You know what I'm saying? Pardon my French, but you still messed up by it, really, because it's like, as a dad and you have a daughter, like the only thing I can think about was like, what are you saying to your daughter in this? Well, like not even just your daughter, but like as a parent, what are you saying to your child in this moment when y'all are on your way to death? Because like helicopters are not made like airplanes. Like airplanes, I believe, are made to withstand some sort of crashes, like some crashes. You know, helicopters, they go down. That's it. Like, and so it's like I was just thinking like, man, what is he saying to Gigi? Like, what is he saying to her? And then yesterday I seen like they said like he was holding her. Like that just, man, I instantly just went to my daughter and just grabbed her. You know what I'm saying? Like I just hugged her. And I just had to tell her like, Daddy loves you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like, it's just crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't the biggest Kobe fan, but just to know like he's gone, that's it. The way it happened, it's just tragic.
Boo.
I was getting off the E-way, man. On the road, head home, just left church, man. At that light, stop at the light. Like a long light, so check my phone, check my Facebook. First post I seen, Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash, y'all. Like, what? So light turned green, I'm still standing. I got people honking their horn behind me. I'm still standing there like, y'all playing around. But the post came from a girl. So it's not like she plays around like that. So I'm like, why would she say this? There's gotta be some truth, even though I don't want to believe it. So I put it in my driveway. I just started searching. Of course, there was no ESPN update shit. There was no updates, nothing at all. So I started Googling it. And I seen that's when I put the TMZ thing in there. And even though TMZ is, how they do stuff is iffy, they don't lie. So when I seen it on TMZ, I'm like, got to be kidding me. So I sat in my car for 2 hours. 2 hours with it running. Waste of gas. I just sat there trying to process everything that was going on, man, because like you said, then you got posts saying Rick Fox was in there, 4 people, 5 people, all his daughters. Mm-hmm. I heard all his daughters. I'm like, first thing that came to my mind, I was like, if I'm Vanessa, I want to be in that plane with my family. Yeah. Ain't no where I want to live. My whole family. My whole family did? Yeah. Are you kidding me? There's no way I can go on like that. It's just, we all human. We all have a break point at some point. So there's only so much we can take. So I'm like, man. Then we finally found out it was him and his daughter, Gianna. The one that was actually supposed to carry on his legacy. The actual hoop in the family. And just like A. Will said, like, the first thing I'm thinking about is holding your daughter, probably telling her everything's gonna be okay, knowing that it's not. Yeah. Can you imagine telling your child, daughter, son, everything's gonna be okay, knowing that it's not? And there's nothing you can do. And then this whole shock about it is, I still don't believe. I still want to wake up and it's like, man, it was just a bad dream. Like, Kobe Bryant is not here. 41 years old. He just won an Academy Award, 2018.
Just won it, yeah.
First one to win it as an athlete. Watched ESPN all day Monday. I just couldn't watch no more after that. It was just Jason Williams crying, everybody crying on there. I mean, Hannah Storm, Carrie.
Yeah, it was an overload.
Even Stephen A was crying. I ain't never seen Stephen A cry. Stephen A was crying. Like, everybody was emotionally distraught over this. It was like,
we never seen nothing like this. I was at work charging my phone. I'm like, man, I come back from my lunch. I'm like, let me charge my phone for an hour. I come back to my phone. I'm like, man, now I'm gonna charge my headphones. I pick up my phone. I got like 20 text messages. I had like 5 missed calls. I'm like, man, what? Like, I ain't that important. Like, who's like? And I looked in our group chat. And I'm like, I saw the article you posted. I'm like, Kobe. I'm like, what? I'm like, hold on. I'm like, let me go to Twitter, aka Google. So I go there and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I was in like a shock. I had to just like kind of like just sit there like, what? Like, And then I was reading exactly what y'all said, like all of his daughters. Then my sister was texting me talking about Rick Fox. She was like, you heard about Rick Fox? I'm like, what about Rick Fox? I go to Twitter, he trending on there. I'm like, nah, not Rick Fox. I'm like, on the helicopter too. Then to kind of find out that wasn't true. It was a horrible job of journalism, by the way. Terrible. Horrible job. I can only imagine what his family was going through at that moment when they was trying to reach him and they couldn't.
His son said something on Twitter about it.
Yeah.
But he cleared the air. He was the one that cleared the air, actually.
But man, it was straight shock, man. Like, I just picture like he played 20 years in the NBA, right? Mm-hmm. And my childhood from like middle school like up was around Kobe.
It was.
Whether I rooted for him or against him, majority of the time it was against him, but it was like, I mean, like
the lunchroom
table discussions,
was
like
Kobe.
It was Kobe, and at the time you had Iverson, at the time you had T-Mac, Vince Carter, like these were the discussions being had. You know what I mean?
Duncan and KG.
Duncan, KG, like this is what you know.
We had them heated debates.
You know what I'm saying? You had people that wanted to
getting cold.
Yeah, like that's a part of our childhood, like Kobe Bryant, like you know what I'm saying? And then it's like I feel like as he got older, as I got older, you grew to like when you're young, you think you just hate players. Like I just can't say I'm like it's like I don't really hate this man. He's really great at what he does. That's why I don't like him. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he's just really great at what he does. And then for me, it was the transition from basketball and then watching him like win the Oscar, watching him like just getting to so much other stuff, being a dad, coaching his daughter. Like that was the thing for me. It was like he was enjoying retirement more than I probably have ever seen a player that I can remember. He was like really enjoying retirement.
I think I've seen him smile more in the 4 years post-retirement than I did the 20 years that he played in the NBA.
But I think that goes to like who he was as a person. And I think for me, just to echo Ray's point, for me, like you had to choose, right? Like it was AI or it was Kobe. It was AI or it was T-Mac. Like it wasn't.
I wasn't no half stepping.
It wasn't like you couldn't be a fan of everybody, right? Like you had to choose one. For me, it wasn't until like he retired and I just started watching like the detail show and I would see him do different interviews and I read about him like helping out different players and things like that I started to grow an appreciation for what Kobe really was as a player. And it was like his mentality. I actually got to read his Mamba mentality book, like just a little bit of it, Monday. And I was reading it and it was just like his mentality, that Mamba mentality. It was like, I don't have room to be, like not to say he doesn't have room to be happy, like he was happy, but he was happy doing what he loved to do. And he was super passionate about it. And so like that passion, but I couldn't show weakness, right? Like I couldn't show you, like I could show you how much fun I'm having, but I need you to see how serious I am at this, perfecting my craft. And that was to me, that's what I get when he says, when people say Mamba mentality, it's like, no, I'm serious about perfecting my craft. Like all that, the fun and games and all that, that's to the side.
I think Jay Williams tells probably the best story of it. He says they were coming in, they were playing the Lakers in the Staples Center. He comes on to do his pre-game ritual. Kobe's already out there in a full sweat.
Yeah.
So he's out there in a full sweat. He's been out there probably about an hour and 15. He said, I go out there. He said, I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. He says, and about 45 minutes later, Kobe comes back out to do another round. And he's like, man, I've never seen nobody, work out that hard and then come back and work that hard again. He's like, and for sure enough, we lost the game at the United Center. And he's like, and he goes up to him and he asks him, why were you working out that hard before a game? Like, why did you go? He was like, I saw you working out and I saw you having so much success. He's like, I had to go back out there just so you could see me and know that I was gonna be on my A game tonight because I saw that you were gonna be on your A game. And that's just to show you that's the type of mentality he had, and he knew it was psychological. Steve Nash talked about it a little bit on NBA on TNT last night. He asked him a question about how do you trust your teammates, and he's like, Steve Nash, I had to like stop a second, like, why are you asking me this? He's like, so I didn't know if he was like trying to be psychological with me, like trying to put some doubt in my mind, like, why do you trust these teammates? He's like, or was he genuinely asking? But those are the type of psychological advantages that Kobe was always looking for.
Yeah, man, I think when you look at it, man, like, and even with the Mamba mentality, man, it can go so deeper than basketball. It can go to like your everyday life. Like, yeah, like it's like whatever you doing, like be great at it. Like whatever you doing.
But it to me it's more than just be great at it. Cause like, okay, think about it. Like the reason why he took a helicopter, right? Like he started traveling via helicopter. Like everybody thinks like, oh, he just didn't want to, be in the LA traffic. Yes, that's part of it. But when he sat down and broke it down, it was, for him to be able to still have that family time, right? That was still important to him. Like we get so bogged down in the day and just, okay, I got this to do, I got that to do, I got this to do. Like this man was really cerebral, and calculated in everything that he did. Like I'm taking this helicopter so I can go to the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning and get an hour workout to come back home and still be able to take my daughters to school and, interact with my wife, to then go back to the gym, to come back and pick my daughters up and do all these things. Like, you are right. It's like to be great at what you do, but you also have to have a strategic plan at what you're doing. Like, don't just go out there and do something. Be strategic behind it. Have a reason for why you're doing it. And fall in love with that reason, but then make sure you're taking care of everything else behind it.
How do y'all feel, what do y'all think his impact is going to be, or is, on not only the NBA, but just basketball? We'll just keep it basketball as a sport.
I mean, he bridged the NBA. Like, in the time where Michael Jordan was retiring, we had the NBA lockout. I think ratings were really down.
It was.
The year after the lockout. And then you have this young kid, and you have this giant personality, and this giant person kind of come to the front stages. Kid, I'm talking about Kobe Bryant at 20 years old. I'm talking about, 21. I'm talking about Shaq in his MVP season. And they took a hold of the NBA, and they were able to strengthen it back up to where you almost forgot that Michael Jordan had retired. You forgot that the Bulls were the best team, maybe the best team that we've ever seen. And the Lakers, in that three-peat, brought a lot of attention back to the NBA. And they also brought a lot of hate back to the NBA. Like, teams were back hating a team. Like, I don't think anybody hated the Spurs. I don't think anybody hated the Knicks, in a lockout, championship.
No.
But people hated the Lakers. And they hated the Lakers for many, many years, for at least 5 years.
Longer than that.
And then you had the Blazers series, you had the Kings series, and then they would go. Then they played AI, which he has his whole big fan base, as you all know, in the finals in 2001, and they made you forget that the greatest player, arguably the greatest player in NBA history, had just retired, and people were back into basketball, right? Yeah. And then when the Lakers dynasty was over, the NBA went
down
again, right? You had the Spurs and the Pistons, the Spurs and the Nets, Miami, Shaq being in the finals a little bit, and then that Wade series in 06 kind of brought some attention back to it. But then we come back in 08, right? And we have the greatest rivalry renewed back in the NBA when you're talking about the Lakers and the Celtics.
I won 6 games.
the first big three versus Kobe Bryant trying to get back to the hill that he was on.
Can he win without
3
Shaq?
years. Can he win without Shaq?
Yep.
It was just so many different type of things, and you gotta think that's from 2000 to 2008. Like, and then he won 2 more years after that. And that's 10 years. Like, he helped bridge a gap in the NBA, and then now in 2011, then LeBron, you know, took that baton and, you know, he's running with it. But yeah, I mean, he literally bridged the gap. As great as Duncan was during that 10 years, the Kobe effect and his attitude towards the game and his ability to create the villain role once again that Michael Jordan possessed in the 90s from stopping people from winning titles came back into play. And yeah, I mean, that's man. He was the 2000s to me. We talk about sitting at the lunch table, right? In high school, he was the 2000s. And then even in the college, I had the joy of going to college with these two right here. And to be honest with you, that's one of the reasons me and Ray actually became friends. Like, we were arguing over AI and Kobe. Like, that's how we became friends, you know? And, man, like, that's the type of effect he had, and that's the type of, you know, atmosphere he was able to create. So,
man, back on 5 said, man, not only, like you said, Tim Duncan was great, but Kobe was great, exciting.
You would pay to go watch Kobe.
You would pay
to go watch Kobe Bryant. I can't say that. Like, if I had, like, money, like, if I had to go see, if I had to, like, I don't know if I would go pay to go see Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan was great.
He was great, but I mean, as far as like Kobe brought that. What? Come on, Showtime.
Kobe, in the 2000s, it's kind of like Steph right now, right? Like, in the era where the Giants were taking over, you had David Robinson, Hakeem Olajuwon, Shaq, you had KG, you had Chris Webber, like, you had the big man, right? Kobe, AI were the guards that everybody wanted to be like. Like, you wanted to be one or the other. Either you wanted to be AI or you wanted to be Kobe. And, like, Kobe gave the little fella. Like, AI gave the how can I say this? AI gave the small guys hope, right? Kobe gave that in-betweener the hope. Like, oh, we could dominate this game still. We could still do our thing. Like, to me, that was the Kobe Bryant effect. Like, and so when I liken it, I think of, like you say, Jordan, but I also think of Steph Curry right now, where it's like, okay, I can be that in between and perfect my game and still have an impact on the game.
look at Trae Young.
You get what I'm saying? Like, and that's how I feel about Kobe. The other aspect of it is, I think we see his impact, right? Like, so many players, they reached out to him. Like, when he retired, so many players reached out to him. I mean, we've seen videos of the overruns at his gym.
I mean, he held a camp this past summer. Had
With
Kawhi, Paul George, Kyrie. That's just to name just a few. I mean,
it was just all NBA.
Buddy Hill.
Bradley Beal was in there.
Bradley Beal.
It was just all NBA players, and it was just like, you know, he was willing to sit down and have the conversations with the players, not only that he played against, but the players that were going to take the mantle and continue to progress the game of basketball. And that's something we, you know, like, I think we all secretly wish Jordan would have done, but he didn't do. Like, Kobe he started to show, to Five's point, he started to show a little bit more of his personality. Like, I'm okay with giving back. And he's talked about that. Like, he's embraced that. Like, this was done for me, I'm going to do it for them. And so I think we're going to miss, like, that aspect of it. We got cheated out of that. Like, that this helicopter accident has cheated us out of that.
I mean, the man was so cerebral on the court. He thought of things like nobody ever thought of. Like, I watched a lot of his interviews, man. He said in one interview, like, when he's on the court, like, he knows what a referee is.
Yeah.
He knows what a referee is. So that way he can get away with, like, either playing defense or offense, he can get away with fouls. because he know that it's a blind spot.
It's a dead
Like when
zone.
you're driving, it's like it's a blind spot. You can't just look in your rear view. You gotta look. You gotta actually cut your window to see. You know, you can get over. Same thing, dead spot. Things like that, and just the little things. Like he was so meticulous with everything he did on the court, and then when he retired, off the court.
Do y'all think? I mean, we've been seeing it on social media. People have been saying like, "Oh, make Kobe the logo." What do y'all think should happen? Like, should there be an award named after him? Of course, we know his statue was coming at Staples. Probably a lot sooner now.
Yeah. It's coming anyways, but.
Well, really. So, what do y'all think? Like, the NBA thinks should be an award. How do y'all feel about that?
Yeah, we all know they're not going to remove the logo.
And he don't even want to be the logo. That's the crazy part.
But a couple things to me though about that is, if they do remove the logo, like what happens when Jerry West leaves us? You know, like
Does he become the local again?
the logo again? Does they go back? You know, Jerry West. You know, no disrespect to Kobe Bryant, but Jerry West is one of the first great Lakers like ever. Like just how we talk about Kobe being box office.
Jerry.
Jerry West was box office
It's the clutch
in the 60s, you know.
with no 3-point line.
Yeah, you know, so
Nine finals, right?
9 finals. He only won 2 of them, but still, I mean, that's box office, right? You get there every single year. I mean, it's box office. I mean, that's not gonna happen. But maybe an award. I don't know what award they would be able to do. I mean,
And we named I thought we could name like the most improved player award. Because think about it, in order to be the most improved player, you have to dramatically or drastically change.
work hard.
I mean, that's what.
But I just think as far as awards go, I'm gonna say no. And like even with the most improved player, like Kobe didn't win that award.
He didn't.
Like
Probably
and
should have, though.
he should have,
Probably
but he
should have,
didn't.
actually.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Very
and when you think about like the naming of the awards, like Bill Russell, I believe is on
MVP.
That's the MVP of the finals though.
Yeah.
But like think about it, Bill went to the finals 11 times.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, so that's why like that. To me, that's why that award is named after him. Like he's won the most finals MVPs, and that's their way of like giving him his flowers while he's still here. I don't know if there's an award like Kobe didn't win the most MVPs. He hasn't won.
He didn't win the most scoring titles.
Yeah, like it's nothing.
Yeah.
I don't. I kind of like the idea of retiring the number 24, so nobody in the league can wear it. But then I'd still flirt with, okay, he wore 8 and 24.
So which one?
So which one do you choose? Like, and then I have this thing where it's like, okay, if we retire Kobe's number, do we retire Jordan's number league-wide? Do we retire Kareem's number league-wide? Like, do we start to look at other people? And it's
It's a can of worms.
yeah, and it's too, it's that rabbit hole becomes too deep.
I'm also one of the people I'm probably one of the few people that think like wearing that number like means something.
Yeah.
Like people who wear 23 wear it because they love Michael Jordan. They admire
They look up.
Michael Jordan. They idolize Michael Jordan. They don't wear it just because. I'm not saying everybody, but most people don't wear it just to wear it. They're not just like, oh, I just want to pick
It ain't
23.
just enough.
Yeah, I don't want to pick 23. So, if you retire at 24, I mean, I get it. It's in the rafters. Everybody can look at it. But what happens to the people what do the people do who idolize Kobe Bryant? Like, what do they do? Can you no longer wear 24? And I know a lot of players are already changing.
Switching, yeah.
But I think it's in a moment type deal. I feel like LeBron made a in the moment type deal with Michael Jordan when he said that he would no longer wear 23
You talking about when he went to Miami?
when he went to Miami.
But see, everybody forgets, even when he went to Miami had retired the number 23.
Yeah,
He
so
couldn't
he
wear
couldn't
it.
wear it. But at the same time, I'm like, if he wants to wear it,
Let him wear it.
let him wear it. Like, he's showing, he's paying homage. Nobody's shitting on the number. Like, you're not wearing it to shit on the man.
Mm-hmm.
You're wearing it because you're paying homage. In which I think a lot of players that wear 8 and a lot of players that wear 24 are doing. Buddy Hield is one of them. He's already said he's not gonna wear it. But to be honest with you, like, I have no problem with him wearing it because you're paying homage. I mean, it's what it is.
I think there will be some type of award created with the Mamba, like some type of award for Kobe. With like, I don't know what the award will be, but I do think in the near future there will be something, whether it's whether it's one of the major awards. You get what I'm saying? Like it will be something created.
So let me ask this. I just want to ask this. The day will come. Jordan is. Everybody says Jordan is the GOAT. Everybody.
Universally recognized, yeah.
When this day comes for Jordan, then what happens? Like, what are we gonna do? Like, and that's how I look at the logo. Like, okay, and I said this to somebody when somebody's like, Kobe died, he need to be the logo. It's like, so we just skip over Jordan and go straight to Kobe because he's not here. Like,
Well, the one thing I was talking with somebody about that, and the one thing about Jordan becoming the logo is they want to use the sign that they put on the Jordans.
right?
You can't do that.
And they would have to strike a deal with Nike.
Yeah.
And who wants to pay for that?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I get it, but
you know,
it's
who
just
wants to pay
like,
for that, you know. But I'm agree with you. I don't think they should just leave it alone.
Yeah.
They should just leave it
Yeah,
alone.
I agree.
They should leave it
But
alone.
I do think
the same reason why Bill Russell has an award named after him.
Mhm.
God damn it, that's why Jerry West is the logo. Because
Yeah.
we're paying homage to a great player who was box office, and I mean people love to see Jerry West play basketball.
and I think, and I'm gonna just say this, I think that's on the Lakers to do something, not the league to do something.
I think it's too hard. I think it's too
Like when
hard.
you start thinking league wide and you start talking about awards and the logo, like yes, Kobe was box office, but like I said, like he won 1 MVP, he won 2 Finals MVPs. Like I don't even. Kobe never won Defensive Player of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Like he never won Most Improved. He doesn't have the most scoring titles. Like he was great. We will never take that away from him. He was the second greatest shooting guard to ever play the game. But he hasn't done enough to have an award or something named after him.
I think what will end up happening is just like they have the Craig Sager Award at the ESPYs.
Yep,
They'll do something like that with Kobe. Maybe
yeah.
like a hard worker, or
There will be a Mamba
somebody,
award created.
somebody,
And that's cool.
Somebody working hard. I
Yeah.
think that's the type of homage that you'll start to see. And the Craig Sager Award has become very big. Like it's become big. And Stuart Scott, they have the Stuart Scott award. So things like that. I think that's what happened.
So while we still on Kobe, let's talk Kobe moments, right? 20-year career, we're talking, man, you got slam dunk contest, you got two-time Olympic gold medalist. Like, what are some of y'all favorite Kobe moments?
My favorite Kobe
I kick it off when they played Denver and Buddy made the free throw and Ori inbounded that boy full court to Kobe and he went straight ruck apart, one dribble, behind the back, reverse, in the Jordan 8s. Was he wearing a J?
I think
it was.
I
Dog.
think so.
Hey, it was either the Jordan 8s or he was in them Huaraches. But either way, dude, that and scoring, what was it, 62 or 63 and 3/4 against the Mavs.
63.
63 and 3/4.
If Mike D'Antoni was his coach, he would have got 80. He would have got 80.
He would have got 100.
Hey, look, if Mike D'Antoni was his coach, he definitely would have got 80 plus. And then, man, if I could think of one more moment with Kobe, I'm gonna have to say one of my personal favorites is man, he got too many moments, bro. He got too many moments, bro. Man, I would have to say when he dunked on Dwight. When he baptized Dwight.
Yeah,
Yes,
he
he
put that
did.
boy in the basket.
He put him in the Pacific
Dwight
Ocean.
is saved.
That's that. They were in my.
I know, but he put him in the Pacific.
So he moved them all the way
He
to
moved
all
him
of
back.
the
Hey, look.
Mhm.
Yeah, look.
Whew.
That put a strain on that relationship early.
I'm gonna just give 2. My 2 Kobe moments. One is the finals when Shaq fouled out. and Kobe had actually rolled his ankle and took over.
Coming out party.
Yeah,
Coming out party.
and he took over. Like that was, man, I will forever, because I wanted them to lose that game so bad.
That man had us rooting for Reggie Miller. You
I
understand? Listen to what you about to, the man had us rooting for Reggie Miller and Martin, Rich Smith, Dale Davis,
Jalen Rose,
Antonio Davis,
bro,
Jalen Rose.
Jalen Rose. And I when Shaq fouled, I never forget watching that game. I'm sitting there. Shaq fouled out, and I was like, yes, Indiana gonna win game 1. Let's go to the bed, baby.
Nah, that was game.
Was it
game
Was it
4. Game 4.
Was it?
Yep.
it was in Indiana.
Lakers were up 2-1.
Yep.
I felt like, why do I feel like that was the first
Nah,
game?
Lakers were up 2-1, and Reggie just talked about it yesterday. Reggie said we thought if we won that game, we had game 5 because it was still 2-3-2 then.
Okay.
So he's like, if we can win game 5, he's like, all we gotta do is go back to their house and win 1.
It was, yeah. So, man, I was like, yes, Indiana's about to win, and then Kobe just ends all that, right? I'm just like, God damn it. And then my next Kobe moment was 2010, the Redeem Team, gold medal game, and they were battling with Spain, and it was a close game, and they didn't run no offense. They had no nothing. Get Kobe the ball, get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah, I think he had 20 that game.
And he look, took off.
What LeBron said.
They ISO, and he took over. He
hit the shot to seal the game.
But like that was, everybody will say like, you know, like, oh, they had all these stars and everybody, you know, couldn't close it or whatever. No, they knew we got Kobe. Give him the ball, let's go home.
You know what and I hate to cut you off, but you know what made that more impressive? Kobe had only had one game where he had double-digit scoring before that. Like he said to them that, hey, listen, y'all get off, y'all score points. I'm gonna guard the best guard for the entire Olympics, and then in a matter of a game, in a quarter, he flipped the switch and totally takes it over. It was first. It was Dwayne Wade. We'll give Dwayne Wade's credit too. Dwayne Wade had an electric third quarter, and then Kobe brought it home.
Yeah, them are 2 of my favorite Kobe moments.
It's my favorite Kobe moments, man. What my all-time favorite Kobe moment is, man, 2003 West Conference Finals. When he played against 40 Trailblazers, man. Like, what? I think 43 seconds left. I think I posted it. Like 43 seconds left, man. Kobe had the ball at the top of the key. He and Scotty with that right to left.
That's 2000.
That was 2000.
That's what kicked it off. That's the beginning.
2000, man.
That's what got him now.
Hit him with that right to left. Drove with the left hand through that oop to Shaq. Man.
Sent Scotty back to Chicago on that move.
Like the arena, like that was one of my favorite moments. The other one was like A. Will said, Coach coming out party when Shaq fouled out. Kobe got to show what he could do finally. And the rest is history after that. I think my last one is it's an 81-point game, man. It's like, how do you score 81 points? Any type of game. That's a lot of points. And the fact that made that so special is, I don't know if a lot of people might know this, but Kwame Brown actually said before that game, Kobe came over to me and said, "Man, don't worry about stretching."
Kwame Brown
I ain't passed none of you niggas the ball. And he won 81 points that game, man.
They needed every last
bucket.
They was down like what?
They were losing.
They were down double digits.
They ended up winning the game by double digits.
Yeah, but they
were losing.
They were losing.
They needed them points.
Yeah,
Alright, so y'all know I'm a real Kobe fan.
You got to give us some games we heard of.
You got to say third quarter with 2:41 left.
I got 3 moments. I got more than that.
We know.
I'm gonna give y'all 3 moments. Alright. I'm gonna give y'all a whole month of moments. Alright. One of my third favorite is his month. So Shaq gets hurt in 2003. I don't think people remember this. People probably remember it. Shaq gets hurt 2003. Beginning end of January. The Lakers lose 4 straight going into February. Phil Jackson brings Kobe into a meeting. Say, hey, I need you to be a little bit more aggressive. Let me read off what a little more aggressive meant to Kobe. So, Kobe in the month of February goes for 40, 38, 42, 35, 41, 46, 51, 46, 42, 52, 44, 40, 52, 40, 40, and 41.
Bucket.
16 games.
So he had one game where he did not score 40 points.
2 games. He had one where he had 38, and then he had 35. 14-2 in that stretch.
Wow.
In a month.
And
And that's All-Star break. That's including All-Star break in there too. So went to All-Star weekend.
And came out and was still getting bucked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do vividly remember that.
One MVP of the All-Star game.
Yeah.
I do vividly remember.
And he went absolutely nuts.
So flying from Colorado back to the
that
back
also
to LA.
that also
40.
That wasn't that time.
that wasn't that year. No, that wasn't that year.
That was the year they had Peyton in them.
So this is the year. Yeah, they were really bad that year actually. But this is the year when he has that legendary dunk over Spreewell in the Garden, where he goes baseline and reverse dunks it, jump from like the other the other block, the other block to the other side of the rim, and kind of stares at
I
Spreewell.
remember that dunk.
I remember everything. I remember everything.
I don't
You
remember
remember
that.
when he got
dunk.
KG with that?
Watch him out.
Oh, you remember you got KG with that?
Yeah, he got KG.
That was in the dear basketball.
KG and who was their center at the time?
Oh, was it Oliver Candy?
It might have been Ola with Candy actually.
And what the?
Yeah.
They played at Pacific.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that plays Pacific. We'll talk about that later. So that's one. That whole month, like I was glued to the TV. Like I watched every single Laker game.
Every game.
I watched every single one. Second is 2007 versus the Phoenix Suns. Luke Walton forces a jump ball with 3 seconds to go. They jump it up. Luke wins the tip. Kobe grabs it, takes 3 dribbles to the elbow over Raja and Steve Nash.
Oh, that's when he pulled the jersey.
He pulls the jersey. Game 1. I mean, I was in college.
That was 06. That was Benedict thing.
That was 06.
That's
You're
right.
right. That was 06. 06.
I remember that game.
So mad.
And
I was so mad.
he was absolutely mad. He came downstairs.
They was the 7th seed,
Yeah.
right?
They went up 3-1 after
They
that.
they went up 3 games, and then I mean they lost the series, but that moment, like
That moment was
He got the
that
bucket.
was so big. That was game 5, because in game 6
They went up 3-1 after he hit that shot.
3-1.
They went up 3-1.
3-1. So in game 6, So in game 6 is the game where
Tim Thomas went nuts.
no game 5. Game
No,
5
Tim Thomas
is the
nuts.
flyby game with Kwame Brown. Yeah, game 5 is the game, and then we lost game 6. It was a close game, and then we got blew out game 7. But that moment, that was I ran out of my dorm room
Cause he hit the shot before that to tie it up, didn't
to
he?
tie it up. And man, it was just that moment for me was like that let people know that like he was gonna continue to climb and get back to the mountain. Like he was that determined and he was that good.
Smush Parker took the ball from Steve Nash.
We're not gonna talk about. We're not gonna
Like,
talk about.
like,
We're not gonna name
oh dog, that was.
We're not gonna disrespect his name, but
He stole the ball from
Kobe
Nash.
And that Smush did help
I'm like
win
Nash.
that game.
Nash is usually money with the ball, crunch time. He like you lose the ball now. That shot was
Strip,
draws
it was a
though.
strip.
Yeah, that shot was draws.
And then my last moment is his last game.
April 13, 2016.
I mean, he goes for 60. Man, I have, if you follow me on any type of social media, I had my Kobe jersey on. I had it on backwards, like I was back in 8th grade watching the games. And man, it was nuts. Like, I felt like I was at the game sitting next to Snoop.
Snoop was boy.
I had my drink
Snoop
with
was
me.
getting in.
Snoop had his drink on him. He was going crazy. I mean, he had every celeb there. Like, and somebody made a great point. I can't remember who it was. I think it was one of the Stanford twins. One of the who says that when Kobe was scoring 60 points, the Warriors were going for an NBA record of 73, and I don't think anybody was watching that.
Nobody.
I forgot it was happening, actually.
I don't think anybody was watching that game. I tuned in twice because I wanted to see the score and I wanted to see could they break the record. So I probably watched about 5 minutes of it. But I mean, everybody was glued to their TV to watch Kobe Bryant's last game, and he gave everybody their money's worth.
And the crazy part about that is the Jazz actually needed to win that game to keep their playoff hopes alive.
No.
Well, they had got eliminated
Right before.
But they still
probably came into the game like, hey, we gotta come.
I think that game had like just ended right when they were getting ready to start.
Right when it started. Yeah, right when it started. So it was like,
What day was that game?
April 13, 2016.
April 13th, 2016.
8 days from my birthday. You never forget it.
So I mean, that's just that game was. I would never forget that game.
Started off 0-5.
That game was. I mean, it took a lot of shots to get there, but.
I think 50 shots. But that's neither here nor there.
And you know, one of my friends said after the game was over, he said it's pretty ironic that Kobe Bryant last play is an assist. he gets a rebound, throws the long pass at Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson gets the dunk, and they steal the game.
44% from the field is actually
I'm trying to pull up.
not bad at all.
More shots you
We
take,
know what he was gunning for.
I'm trying to pull up this message that I sent Remy that day. Because I actually told Remy that Kobe was going to score 50, like his last game.
Well, Shaq said he told him to go get 50.
Go get 50.
He was like, and that's the type of guy he was. I told him to go 50, he goes get 60.
But I legit told Remy that, and I went to bed, and I feel bad, cause he was like, "Are you gonna watch Kobe?" I'm like, "Man, he's gonna go for 50."
That was fun to watch. That was fun to watch.
That was a great game.
That was fun. And I feel like it's certain moments in basketball, like you got Magic at the Garden in the finals when he goes with Kareem Skyhook. You know what I mean? It's just certain memorable moments.
Yeah.
Like Kobe's like when we was talking about when he crossed Scotty and he threw that lob to Shaq, like that's like an iconic moment in basketball. Like that was like the beginning of a dynasty. You know what I'm saying? The beginning of a dynasty.
Game 7, they were down 13.
Yeah, going into the fourth, like
That was that first one.
that was the first ring.
They
Yeah,
were down 13 going to the fourth.
you never heard nothing from the Blazers after that.
I mean, it's just there's so many other moments we haven't talked about.
Absolutely.
Getting 61 in the Garden.
Yeah. I mean, you talking about
this is a guy that's hit. I mean, a
Plethora.
ton of
game winners.
Game
What year was that when
the
he
big
hit?
shot over the 3 over Wade?
What year was that he had all them game winners?
That was 2007. That was the year he won the scoring title.
No, Gasol was there.
There
when he hit all those.
when he hit all them game
It was
winners.
either 08 or 09.
It was
When he hit 3 in a
like-
row. He had 3 in a
He
row.
had one
Yeah,
against
yeah.
Milwaukee. He had hit one against the Kings.
Yeah.
Did he hit one against Charlotte?
He hit one against Toronto.
It was Charlotte.
Charlotte, like he was like.
Toronto.
I know tonight gonna be special. He
Yeah.
gotta score 50. I told him you gotta score 50. That's crazy, and he went and scored.
He was that type of guy though, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was. I mean, that's who he was.
Ultimate competitor, man. When you look at it, one of my favorite back and forth moments with Kobe is when him and T-Mac was going at it in Orlando. And T-Mac comes down, he gets him on the post, and he boom hit him with almost like a Hakeem move. And Kobe,
I need 50 in the game winner. It's about Kobe now. He better wear number 8 in the second half.
Bro, you called it.
and so T-Mac spent him. Kobe almost fell. T-Mac hit a fadeaway. Very next play, Kobe gets the ball on the wing, 1-on-1 versus T-Mac.
And he dunked.
And he go right past him. Another defender tries to come, and he dunks and does a chin up and smacks the backboard. Like, come on, man. Like,
He was not to be outdone.
yeah, like, come on. Like, when he called Jordan on the Wizards, he was like, all right, Mike,
Scored 55.
this is my league now.
Scored 55 on.
Oh, I'm going to take this into retirement. Like for real.
It's just so many moments, man. Like he was, like we said, man, he was dynamic. Like, and I think he was dynamic with a purpose. Like, it was like there wasn't a lot of games where Kobe went off where the Lakers lost. Like, he was dynamic for a reason. Like, and he refused to lose. And in an era where now people may look at it as being a little too friendly,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
too buddy, he was the exact opposite.
He was.
He was when this whistle blows and this ball goes up for the jump ball. So when that whistle is dead and that clock reads 0, you are not my friend.
Mm-hmm.
But after that,
We cool.
we're cool. So, and that's how it's supposed to be, to be honest with you. I mean, that's how I was raised. That's how I probably will always be. As I'm getting older, you know, I'm starting to get a little bit more, you know, cool and a little bit more healthy. I help a guy up if he fall, you know.
You gotta go to work in the morning, huh, bro?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But man, I'm competitive too, just like that. Like, and I got a lot of his traits, like I got from that. Like, I'm super competitive. I was the guy who wanted to win box out drills in practice. Yeah. I never wanted to run. If my team made you run, I let you know that my team made you run. Yeah. And man, I love his competitive spirit. He birthed that in me, along with Jordan. But I was able to adapt. I was at the age watching Kobe where I was able to adapt it, understand it, and put it into my daily rituals. As with Jordan, I was a little younger and I wasn't able to kind of get it, but you know, I saw the game winners, you know. But with Kobe, I was able to actually see it, understand it, and intertwine it into my daily routine. And man, I thank him for that immensely. Like it helped me become the player I am and the person I am today. And listen, we can play spades right now, and I'm gonna slap a card down you if I got that ace, you know. So you know, that's just the type of guy I am. So I can't do nothing but thank him for that, and man, thank you.
Okay, I'm always gonna shoot that rock. They ain't call me 5 minute daddy for nothing.
Yes.
You never seen the shot I ain't like.
I think for me, the lasting impression, my brother would always tell me when I was growing up, and I could care less about Kobe. He would always say, "You better respect greatness while it's here. Like, appreciate greatness while it's here." And so, like, this tragic moment for me is just like kind of show, like, man, listen, it ain't about, like, it's okay to respect a player's game, and still have a favorite, right? Like, I feel like I cheated myself on actually appreciating and watching Kobe, and understanding how great he truly was, because we was in middle school, we was in high school, it was one or the other. You couldn't be both, so you had to choose one, and mine was that. And so it was like that. That's what I get, you know. So now when I'm watching games, I'm just watching games. You know, I'm just watching the game. I'm not, I can't watch this because they got so and so. You know what I'm saying? And Golden State, I didn't watch them for years. Like, I'm cutting on Golden State. They playing LeBron? No, I ain't watching it for real. But now it's like, you gotta have that appreciation and love for the game. And that's just period, like the appreciation and just love for everything that you do. Cause you really never know, you know what I'm saying, when your time is over, you know what I'm saying? You really never know when you will never see that person again, you know what I'm saying? Or just feel that impact, you never know. So.
I'll tell you right now, man, I never was the biggest LeBron fan. I ain't got nothing against LeBron, I don't hate him. I'm a Kobe fan. So people come to me about LeBron, I'm gonna jump back with Kobe. It had nothing to do with LeBron.
It's the media, man.
It's the media.
It's the media, man.
But the point is, man, I gotta appreciate that man while he's still here.
You have to.
You gotta appreciate LeBron while he's still here, man. Whether it's your favorite player or not, whether you like him or not, just appreciate him. He's a great player. You can't deny greatness. Like, I never liked Tim Duncan, but you gotta appreciate players like that, man, because those type of players only come once in a lifetime. Those kind of individuals only come once in a lifetime. You ain't not gonna see those type of people all the time. They just not gonna come every day. So we're definitely gonna see no LeBron.
For me, with Kobe, man, it was like once he retired, it wasn't fun. Like you had that one person where it's like you really like, okay, when somebody says I don't like a player, but you tune in to watch him, you actually like that player.
Yeah.
Whether you want to admit it or not, because if you really don't like something, you're not gonna watch it.
I say that all the time.
Dude, when the Lakers used to play, dude, even though I wanted them to lose back then, I was watching I'm watching. After Kobe retired, it was like, I really don't want these niggas. I could care less. Like it didn't matter to me. Like it was like, oh, the joy of watching the Lakers right now
That's how initially it was.
is over with. And for me, initially, me being such a big Jordan fan, it was like, who does this dude think he might?
I think that's what it was.
And then you hold that against him, but it's like, hell, when I was growing up, I wanted to be Mike. Am I mad at him for being the same height, for having the same skill set, for being able to actually like emulate it as great as he did? You know what I'm saying?
Which nobody else has been able to do.
Nobody's been able to do it, right? So
no other player who plays like Michael Jordan.
exactly. So you get older, you're like, why are you mad at this dude for emulating his game after the greatest player, arguably the greatest player ever, and he's pulling it off?
I tell everybody all the time, they're like, who do y'all want him to be like? Y'all want him to be like Hersey Hall?
George Gervin?
You know,
No disrespect.
No disrespect to Hersey. But,
Or George.
Or George, but you know, ain't nobody in the gym like let me
let me get my finger rolls together. You know, man, you strive to be the best, right?
He pulled it off.
And he pulled it off.
Yeah.
But I'm on board with you. Like even now, the Lakers are like they have the number 1 seed in the West.
Yes.
It don't feel like it.
It don't.
It don't feel like it.
Because it's not that excitement that was.
LeBron is friendly.
No. LeBron is friendly. LeBron has haters too. Like, don't get me wrong. LeBron has haters.
But I think the haters are going away. Like I really feel like haters are starting to go away.
They are. They will.
Until they play the Clippers.
If this was
No,
Kobe,
but I don't even think that LeBron has haters when they play.
No.
Go. I'm gonna let you finish because I know exactly what you feel to say.
if this was Kobe,
if
this was Kobe and Kobe had the number 1 seed in the West, and if any game they lost, like the Lakers just lost they lost the 76ers.
Yeah.
I ain't seen not a damn tweet,
No.
not a damn Facebook message saying, the Lakers ain't nothing, the Lakers ain't going nowhere. I saw none of that. They played a contender in the East without their best player and lost on a night where Kobe passed.
Well, LeBron passed.
LeBron passed Kobe, and that's all people were talking about was LeBron passing Kobe. Like they didn't talk about the Lakers losing.
Yeah.
Like they talked about him passing Kobe. If that was Kobe, it would be the other way around.
Yeah, they'd be dogging.
They'd be dogging the Lakers. They would be saying the Lakers ain't gonna win it all. That's all you would hear. That's all you hear with doubters. But you just don't hear that. I mean, you only hear that when they lose to the Clippers. And they've only played the Clippers twice this year. And both games have been close.
Right.
And that's the only time you hear it talk about it. I mean, they lost to the Bucks. You didn't hear about it.
They lost to the Magic.
They lost to the Magic. You didn't hear nothing about it. They lost to the 76ers. You didn't hear nothing about it. It's not the same.
It's not.
It's not the same.
I'm already ready though for the excuses. If the Lakers are to win an NBA championship this year, I can see the Facebook statuses
but
now.
it won't be an excuse. Like
No.
I'm
going. Only reason they won
It's because the
ref is fixed because Kobe passed away.
You're always gonna have conspiracy theories like that.
Oh, and it's gonna be they wanted LeBron. I see it clear as day right now. If the Los Angeles Lakers are able to win a championship,
But see, I don't think we're gonna see it like that because, and the reason I say that is because, like, I've seen so much love and support for Kobe, right? That is it. I feel like it's almost that shift. Like, I want the Lakers to win. Like I seen somebody I think either tweet or put on Facebook like.
Sounds so terrible to me right now.
It does, but I really legit seen somebody.
That's gonna change in May.
No, I don't.
That's gonna change.
I seen somebody tweet or put on Facebook, and they hated LeBron James. It was on Facebook, and they said
He gotta do it.
he gotta do it now for Kobe. Like the post said, I'm gonna find it, but the post said something to the like, I used to like LeBron, but now I don't have a reason to anymore. I want him to win for Kobe. And it was just like, bro, what? Like 4 years ago, you hated LeBron's guts. Now Kobe dies, and it's like, I want him to win one for Kobe. Like,
And then if they don't win, the slander's coming right back.
I mean, yeah, but I feel like if they win, nobody's gonna be like, oh, you know, like you said, the NBA was fixed. Or they won.
You have some people like
Oh,
that.
it definitely
always
has
have
some people like that. You got some.
It's always a Umar Johnson in the world.
The NBA is a suspect. Well, you know, sit your ass down.
Y'all are going.
I mean, it is. I mean, it's always Umar Johnson, right?
What the hell is he talking about?
Yeah.
The NBA is a suspect. Kobe had us rooting for Derek McKee, Mark Jackson, Rick Smits, and the Davis boys.
Yeah. Don't forget Jalen.
They had Antonio and Dale on the team, didn't they?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Travis Best.
Oh, they did have Travis Best. Who was they starting point guard?
Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson was there.
Oh.
Shimmying.
Mama that
Shimmy.
goes that man.
He was shimmying on us.
Mama, there goes that
And
man.
he had a couple shimmies on us.
Oh my God.
He definitely had me rooting for Indiana.
That, for the Indiana Pacers, nigga, they had a shot.
Man, I thought they was gonna pull it off.
Come on now. You know that.
What was I drinking?
I don't know what you. I don't know.
And I don't even drink.
1, 2 games. Nobody else won that, man.
Too much milk back then. I don't know
Kid
what
got
you
swept twice. Over 8.
He ain't get swept twice. They won 7 games against the Spurs.
JC Kid?
Yeah.
I'm talking about
No,
the
I
finals.
went 6.
They won 6? Are you
6
sure?
games.
In the finals?
6 games. Yeah. They got swept. They got
I'm
swept.
talking about when the Lakers played the next in the finals.
Oh yeah, they swept.
Oh, they swept.
Yeah,
They
swept.
swept them. They just get there twice with the
Get your brooms out.
Mm-hmm.
They got
Yeah.
2 in a row, but then they lost by 6 to the Spurs.
Okay, they lost
This year the Spurs beat us, and we all the Lakers fans, we cried tears because our dynasty was over.
Was that year Derek Fisher was crying on the bench?
Yeah,
He was shedding real tears.
I cried too.
man.
Oh,
I shed a
man.
tear. I shed a tear.
That was a sweep?
Nah, it beat us in 6.
6? Okay.
That was a sweep.
I couldn't remember.
Nah, they beat us in 6. I mean, they finally beat us.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Duncan only time beating Kobe.
What, the 03?
Yeah, it was the only time.
He never beat him again after that?
No, they swept him twice.
That's
They ain't
Swept
playing,
twice.
they ain't playing 05?
Nah, Kobe didn't even make the playoffs in 05.
Yeah,
And then they beat him again in 09. Beat him in 5 games, actually.
All right.
Kobe Bryant.
Peace, Kobe.
You're right.
Don't ever say nothing better than Kobe. I understand, don't he?
Whoever said that?
A lot of people.
A lot of people,
say that.
a lot of people do.
That's Duncan's era.
It is. But I mean,
Both
you're not
eras,
paying
both
money.
eras, though.
You're not paying money to go see Duncan though.
Nah, you won't box off. But Duncan was great.
Yeah.
Duncan's still here, so we definitely don't give this.
Yeah.
He was great.
Duncan was great.
He was great.
He was.
You ready to say something
Great.
reckless? Go
Great.
ahead. You see him? Go ahead and say it. You ready to say something reckless?
Remember when Duncan hit the game winner versus us?
He did.
That year. That was 04.
That was that
With the
Super Bowl.
point,
weekend.
with the
Yeah.
point 4 shot.
Yep. Duncan the one that hit the shot over Shaq.
Do you know how many cookies my mama had to make? Cause I was telling people let's
You was
go.
baking cookies?
Well, I'm like, bro, like if the Lakers win, I'm like, hey, you get 2 dozen. She was in the kitchen slaving. Sorry, mom.
Damn, you put 2 dozen on it?
When Duncan hit that shot, I'm like,
How
oh,
many
dang.
does she had to
Come on,
make?
man. Mrs. Harrison,
Hey.
yeah, your mom.
You had her in the kitchen.
Hey,
slaving.
Duncan hit that shot, I'm like, it's game. It's game over. I'm like, hey, I'm getting cooked.
That's all in the fish.
Cash money.
You
Right on
bet
board.
2 dozen cookies to how many people?
Too many.
I was a wanted man in them hallways.
You couldn't come score some cookies.
Derek Fisher hit that shit with .4. Oh my God. I said, there's no way that
Ain't so
counts.
like them.
There's no way that could
How
count.
many cookies you have, Mama Harris?
I don't know, but there's no way that. I was like, man, that really counted. That
Man,
shit.
if you know what my house is in Argo, I ran to the high school
Could not
after he
believe
hit
that.
that shot. That's a whole almost 2 blocks.
Couldn't believe it.
I was screaming from my house to the high school.
I couldn't believe it.
People came outside, ready to jump me. My boy, Lil Donnie came outside. He a Laker fan. We jumping up and down. Man, we had the block hot.
It was over after that. I had no faith. Like, that was game 5. Game 6, they had the .4 shirts. People playing the .4 shirts.
That was our junior year, right? Junior high school, right? 04. Yeah.
It was over with after that.
That was a series.
Yeah,
That was
the lunchroom was mighty quiet.
That was a
that.
great series. That was a great series. Even though Lakers prevailed, I know.
you-
I know if you want a Lakers
Because
fan,
they
you
went
wouldn't
up.
say that.
Wasn't the Spurs up?
The Spurs
2-0,
was
no,
winning.
2-0.
Yeah. The Spurs was
And then I
winning.
think they switched somebody
That
on
was-
Tony
that was
Parker.
game 5.
Tony Parker was cooking either Peyton. No, it was cooking Fisher.
Yeah.
It was, and
they put Kobe on him.
and he didn't do nothing the rest of the series.
That's what you supposed to do, Tony Parker.
Nothing.
What you supposed to do, Tony Parker.
Nothing.
So LeBron shouldn't have guarded him.
Nothing. When? You say that?
Put a little length on
That
it.
was
Yeah.
Put a little length on him. Yeah. They did it in Miami.
He
If you remember.
He wasn't ready in 07.
They did it in Miami.
No, I said he wasn't ready in 07.
Shit, he just gave. No, man.
He had just gave it. He wasn't ready in 07.
He just gave the Pistons buckets.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was like a foreshadowing. We seen him give
I think he was guarding Billups that series.
look.
Because Billups had been posting
We
up all
seen
the rest
that.
of their
We seen
guards.
that in Miami when he was guarding Rose and locking him up in the fourth quarter and went to the finals and went.
He took a shot out the
And
box.
shit the bed.
He took a shot out the box.
This has been brought to you by Jameson.
Let's switch gears.
Hey man, we gonna talk Super Bowl.
He took a shot out the box.
We gonna talk Super Bowl, and I really want to discuss this because this has been. We have not talked football in a while, and I want to revert back a little bit because there have been some things that have happened.
Disrespectful things.
Some disrespectful comments. I know who you going for in the Super Bowl. You and your cousin. You want your boy to get another one. Mr.
Who is
Sherman.
cousin?
Mr. Sherman. You want Mr. Sherm Perm to get another one. But what I'm gonna say is, can we put some respect on Pat Mahomes' name? You, Mr. Wilson, told me he hasn't won the big game. No. I'm about to ask you. When you said big game, I should have asked you then. Did you mean to get to the Super Bowl, or did you actually mean the Super Bowl? I think he's got to win it. Don't get me wrong. I think he's got, but I always feel like
He gotta win it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. He gotta win it.
Just,
I don't think
he got to win it.
the playoffs to me, the NFL playoffs on the AFC side have been a complete shot. Complete shot. NFC, AFC complete shot. Like the Titans beating the Patriots, the Titans coming back and beating the Ravens. Like, come on, man. The Texans, I really didn't have much faith in them because I felt like with Will Fuller being hurt, I think I even said that. Like, them winning there, I didn't think they would win the wild card game.
He played the first game, though.
He did, but I said I didn't think he would play, and that's why I didn't think they would win. But
He put him up in that game with the long touchdown.
it was the reason they won, if you look at it. So, to me, it's still like, now I think Kansas City, this is going to be the game. Like, this going to be a game. Tennessee, they got hot. I ain't even going to say they got hot. They just fed the man.
Derrick Henry, like we always say with football, like we saw with like Eli when he was winning. Like when you get hot at the right time.
But see, I don't even know if they got like
They got hot, man.
I don't even know if they got hot.
And Henry got hot, and they just kept like.
No, because see, even if you go back to the Patriots game, right? The first half, like they were playing base defense. The Patriots was. Henry rushed for 100-some yards. If you look at that second half, when they actually had the 6 down linemen with the 2 linebackers, Henry only rushed for 85 yards.
Ain't saying only.
That's shit.
That's how great he been playing.
No, but this is what I'm saying. Like, and if you look at it, their only points that they scored in the second half was off that pick 6 that time threw. That was all Tennessee scored in the second half. So my thing is, like, Belichick, why not force Ryan Tannehill to throw the ball? Like, you did it to Jared Goff in the Super Bowl. You know Tennessee they were going to run the ball. You knew that that's their MO. Why not force them to run the ball, right? But then, like, this is what I was saying with Baltimore, right? Like, I was telling y'all about the Ravens. Like, their offense looked good during the regular season. It looked new, it looked fresh, it looked all that. But it was the same thing they did last year. And so when they got there and they played Tennessee didn't do nothing spectacular. They just said, okay, look, we got to give up something, right? We're not Lamar Jackson. We ain't gonna let you run. We know you're gonna get some yards. I know you're gonna get yards, but I'm not gonna let you make that back-breaking play. I'm not gonna let you rush for 200 yards. I'm gonna make you throw for 200 yards. I'm okay with you running for 15 yards one time. Maybe you get a 20-yard run. Maybe you get a 30-yard run because you're that dynamic. You're gonna get that. But I'm not going to let you break this 50-yarder, right? I'm not going to let you break this 60-yarder. That's just going to break our back. Like, oh, we can't stop this man. And that's what happened. So I think Mahomes got to win this. He got to. San Francisco, they got that front four. They got some linebackers.
Front seven.
I mean, they front four is, oh my God.
That's gonna be the key. That's gonna be the key. Can they continue? Can they get all game pressure on Mahomes? I mean, it's really gonna come down to that.
And again, it's not. And I'm be honest. Mahomes gonna make some throws. He gonna make some runs. But am I getting to him? Am I getting to him? Like,
All right, his feet moving in the
yes.
pocket.
Is he comfortable? Because Mahomes has been able to just sit comfortable against Tennessee. He was able to sit comfortable against the Texans. Once he got settled in, you can't let him get comfortable. You can't. And I think San Francisco got that front four that where he's not going. Bosa is.
He a beast.
Wow.
He a beast. He a beast.
Oh yeah.
He a beast. But I think
Defensive player of the year.
I think the torch.
Who be defensive player of the year?
Stephon Gilmore. Stephon Gilmore winning that. He winning that.
Y'all gotta win something, so you might probably.
No, he winning that. He winning that.
That's gonna be
Shit, look at them stats.
Hey, but I tell
Both are
you,
gonna come close.
hey,
It's gonna be close.
It's gonna be
Right.
close.
we seen the passing of the torch this year, bro. And I've been saying it.
Keep saying that. You keep saying that.
It's
You said that last year.
lining up.
You said that last year.
What did I tell you? What they
You
won.
said that last
but
year.
the Patriots won last year, and it was a coin flip. It was literally a coin flip. Right?
You said that last year.
And now what happened this year? I told you the Patriots. I felt like they didn't have enough playmakers to get back. They didn't have enough playmakers.
I don't think it was a
They
playmaker.
didn't put up no points.
But again, I don't think it was a play.
Well,
They like, even if you go back to that Tennessee game, they were in the red zone 3 times.
They didn't put up the points.
It's not. They didn't have the tall receiver. I give you that. That's not a play. They were still able to move the ball down the field. Even with the caliber of receivers they had, they were able to move the ball down the field.
And the way they ended the season, bro. Like, they just didn't look like the same Patriots of old.
What was the final score of that game? 24-13? 24-16?
Maybe.
It was something like that,
Yeah.
right?
But I just think, man, when he lost to Brady, who in my eyes is the GOAT of quarterbacks, it's like, once you have that fuel in you, like that fuel to the fire, like, I just think he's got next. Like, they were down, to how much were they losing to Tennessee? Was it 17-0?
20-13.
13 points, not enough points. I would agree with Doug.
They didn't
But
score
they were.
points.
That's not. So I'm not saying that that's enough points. This is what I'm saying. They were in the red zone 3 times. They were in the. They didn't have an issue moving the ball to be able to score points. The issue is that they waited too late to go back to the defense that would have allowed them to beat Tennessee. Tennessee was. If you look at the second half, Tennessee scores 7 points off of a pick 6.
I mean, that was big. I mean, obviously. I mean, it's a
That was a game
touchdown.
winner.
It's a 1-score touchdown.
That's the game winner.
But y'all still don't score nothing.
I get that. But look at the difference in Derrick Henry's first half versus his second half.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different game. Completely different game.
Like I said, this year, like,
And to pass the torch, to pass the torch,
you gotta win it.
not only do you have to win, but you got to get back. Like you when you pass the torch, you just can't get that one time and then the torch is passed. Like they said, Brady's passing the torch to Aaron Rodgers when he went to his 1 Super Bowl and won. Right?
I don't think this is.
But this is different though because Brady is much older though. Like Brady's much
So
older.
you don't. So do you feel that if Mahomes, let's say Mahomes gets to the Super Bowl, right? Boom. So Mahomes does a Dan Marino. Now Dan is different because Dan went his rookie year. But let's say Mahomes gets to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
They lose. He never gets back. Was the torch passed?
I don't think that's what Ray's expecting though. I think Ray's expecting him
Like,
to
when I say he got
to either be knocking on the doorstep
And that's why I say
or to get there.
before you say the torch is passed, you got to do it consistently.
It's about to get passed, bro.
You got to do it
I
consistently.
think it's gonna happen.
Okay.
I mean, the difference is Brady's age. Like
I
Brady. Let's not I know he didn't have the playmakers he did, but let's not lie. Like, he's getting older.
He's getting old.
His play is gonna start to decrease a little bit. All right, he's gonna need more help. He's gonna need a lot more help to look as good as he's looked in the past years. But his talent level is gonna continue to go down a little bit. I mean, it's just Father Time is undefeated. Father Time is undefeated, right? So, and I mean, how many more years do we think Brady got? You're a Patriots fan. How many more years does Tom Brady have in the tank?
Is he a Patriot next year?
I'm gonna tell you
That's
that.
that's a totally different story. We'll tackle that at a later date.
So I'm gonna tell
But
you.
how many years do you think Tom Brady has left?
I think I'm gonna be honest with you.
I know it's hard for you to admit.
No, I really think Tom needs to retire. I'm gonna be real.
Now?
Yes.
Whew.
Yes. And the only reason I say that is because it's like, what more do you have to prove? Like, I start to, like, it's like when I start to look at, like, in the NBA, right? This is how I'm gonna compare it. Like, Duncan played 20. Kobe played 20. Dirk played 20. Vince is still in the league, right? Like, as you start chasing the longevity record, as you start chasing the age record, like being the oldest, like, you start to lose sight of what's really important, right? And you're not yourself. And it's like, do I believe Tom can still compete and be good next year? Yes. But, like, do I want to see that? No. Like, come on. Because now, like, the bar is super high. It's super high for Tom. You gotta win the Super Bowl. You not only do you have to win it, you gotta be there, and you have to damn near win Super Bowl MVP. I don't think he could do that.
You know what though? I think at this stage in his career, like, if someone else went off for the Patriots and Tom wins it, I don't think it would be a big deal.
But it's
Like Brady, like Manning in his last year with Denver, right? Like, he gets there, but, like, is he Peyton Manning when he gets there?
Yeah, but
no, of course he wasn't. But
you didn't want to see that as a Peyton Manning fan.
I did kind of want to see Peyton go out on top, though.
But did you, the way he played?
No, I mean, him throwing ducks out there, like, nobody wants to see that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, with Brady, I don't want to see that. Like, I don't want to see, because that's how he started his career. Mm-hmm. He started his career being, quote unquote, the game manager, right? Mm-hmm. Like, okay, Tom, just don't make a mistake. Our defense is great. We don't need you to make a mistake. I need you to go down, make this drive, put us in field goal range. We got it from here, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to see his career start and end the exact same way, right? Like, so that's my thing. Like, I don't want to see Tom Brady the game manager. I want to see Tom Brady the yes. I want that. I want that Tom Brady that's gonna be able to make that pass like he made to Cooks in the corner of the end zone against the Saints. Like, we got a minute 30 left. We still got it.
So you basically don't want him to play too long.
No.
Which, okay.
Almost like Kobe. Like Kobe, I guess.
Don't play too long.
Kobe said he didn't want to be that guy averaging 18 a game.
I do feel like if they can get a run, if they can give him a run game, it would help him if he still played.
Here's the thing with the Patriots, right? Like, Tom's at the age, well, I almost think, like, they might have to start, I hate to say this, well, they might have to start kind of low managing a little bit, right? I mean, that sounds so dumb.
How do you low manage in football?
How do you low manage in football? Correct. Right? So you got to get a good backup. He can't play 16 regular season games, throw the ball 30, 40 times.
But then that throws off your chemistry, though.
Yeah, but if he's able to play the last 5-6 games and do those reps, like, he'll be fresh for the playoffs, right?
I get what you said, but
the Patriots look worse as deeper we got into.
But see, I think that was a combination of injuries, right? That's a combination of, like, you're trying to insert players. Like, everybody forgets, Mohamed Sanu got traded to the Patriots. He plays 1 week. The next week he got hurt.
Nope.
And he didn't play for like maybe 2 weeks.
We talked about him.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a part of it. They try to insert N'Keal Harry, right? just found out a couple weeks ago, they tight end was playing with a torn Achilles the whole season. Like, how the hell do you even do that? You know what I'm saying? So, like, they were battling at their receiver spot. They were not only just battling injury, but they were battling, like, they had no chemistry. Like, it was just Julian there all year long, and he was battling it.
Let me ask you, I don't want to interrupt. Let me ask you this. They still had Antonio Brown on that roster.
Oh, man, that's tough.
I think it changes everything.
He would have got locked up anyway, y'all.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's tough, right?
No,
he would have
made it.
He wouldn't have.
He wouldn't have made it, right?
Because he would have got put on the commissioner exempt list.
He wouldn't have made it, right?
So, I mean, it's the same, like, yeah, it looked good, like, the week he played.
He wouldn't have made it. And they were playing the Dolphins.
Yeah, he would, I mean, I'm with 5.
Hell, they lost to the Dolphins.
Not that week.
I know what I'm saying.
The end of last week of the season.
At home.
But, I mean, he wouldn't have made it. He just wouldn't have made it. Like,
Did he get put on the list?
Commissioner exempt list?
I mean, now.
No,
I
he's
mean,
not going.
I think that's the reason why the Saints didn't pick him up.
Nobody's going to
The
sign
Saints
him because as soon as he gets signed, he's going to be put on the list.
Because the Saints said that they were going to check in with the NFL. They were going to see if we sign this guy, is he going to be put on the commission's list? And then you never heard anything else about it.
But I think, to my point though, I just think them having that type of a playmaker, like he needs, like losing Gronk, like losing, like Edelman can't be your like. Can't be your just one guy. He just can't be.
But see, I think
At
that
this
was
point in Tom Brady's career.
Again, that was the Sanu addition, and that was bringing the Kill Harry back. Sanu injuring his ankle the next week, like he had a good first game. The next week he injures his ankle, like that throws a monkey wrench in everything. Like it really hurts everything. I don't know where they go. Like, do you go try to find a tight end? Because again, a tight end, you're not gonna have another Gronk.
No,
You're not.
No. They low managed with Gronk.
They didn't low manage with Gronk.
You know, Gronk would have went out there if he had to play. He would have went out there.
When, this year or last year?
No, last year. No, last year.
So
That's all I'm just trying to say. Like, if you got a guy who
but see,
older,
Gronk had that back. He had all them back injuries.
but you know what I think was the best thing for the Saints? Drew Brees getting hurt.
Yeah.
It might have been the best thing for Drew Brees to get those 5 or 6 weeks off, and then he was able to, even though he had to rehab and everything.
I think that hurt Breeze when it mattered the most.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I just think they just had a game plan. I just think their game plan was just really good for them. And I just think they just had their number that day.
I had him in the Super Bowl.
I did too.
We made the predictions.
I did too.
I definitely thought they would be there.
I had Aaron Rodgers, and you see what the hell he did.
None of us had 49ers.
Nobody.
You was believing in the 49ers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then you go,
But
you hopped off at the.
I did like the 49ers though.
I liked them, but
I
I
liked
just
them
felt
more
like
and more.
I'm telling you, my thing was I wanted to see Rodgers and Brady in one Super Bowl. Like me, the football fan, I want to just see it.
Everybody want to see Kobe and LeBron.
Yeah, I want to see that. Like I feel like we've been cheated out of that.
We want to see that.
Play you some Madden.
It ain't gonna mean the same.
Pick the Packers, play whatever you want to play.
That you got was Kobe and Pierce.
All right.
Paul Pierce, man.
So, oh Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah,
it was.
Two. I mean, it had 2 times. That actually was a good series.
The second series.
Oh, had
I would have liked to see it 3 times. It would have been better
First
than
series
the Courtney
wasn't
Lee.
good,
Better than the
I
Courtney
looked
Lee
at them numbers from the
Kobe
2000. When they played in 2010 on Boston, boy, them numbers was terrible.
Who?
The Boston numbers.
Boston
Oh
numbers.
my God.
Well, that series were really low scoring. Some of the
It
games were
was.
in the 80s.
I'm just talking about just looking at. When I looked at
Some
them
of the games were
stats,
in the 80s.
I'm just-
Like, that was a defensive series.
but I'm looking.
Those are two.
I looked at KG numbers for that series. The man averaged 5 rebounds.
I mean, you got to think like that. You got to think we had Tibbs and Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
Like going against each other that series. I mean, I understand that Doc was the head coach, but we all know that Tibbs was the defensive, genius. So we got Phil Jackson, who's one of the best defensive coaches of all time, versus Tibbs, one of the best defensive minds of all time. That was like an old school basketball slugfest.
I hear you, but
And
it was a drop off from 08 with the Celtics and they production.
I mean, but you also got.
But if you look at Kobe, like he raised to like Kobe was averaging 29, Gasol was averaging 19, and then you had Meta averaging 11. You look at Boston, Pierce was at 18. They all shot like.
I mean, we're talking about two of the best defensive teams in basketball.
Well, I'm just saying compared to the 08. I'm comparing it to the 08.
But that was the problem. That's why the Lakers did not win the series, because they didn't defend. And it was and let me tell you, a lot of the difference is between Trevor Ariza being the starting small forward and Ron Artest being your starting small forward. Like, that's a totally different ball game. And we're talking about a healthy Andrew Bynum versus the Paul Gasol and Lamar Odom starting front line. So, I mean, that allowed KG to become comfortable going against Odom instead of going against Gasol, which he has to now produce on both ends of the court.
Yeah, because, I mean, look at this. Pierce, 22. Ray Allen, 20. KG, 18 and 13.
Well, Ray Allen had that one game where he hit all those threes.
18 and 13 ain't bad, bro.
No, that's when they won. That's really good, is what I'm saying. Then you go look. If I show you these numbers from the 2010 finals, you'll be like, dude, what is this? Like, it's gonna look 2010, bro.
KG also coming off of ACL.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. I'm talking about everybody though. Ray Allen, he was averaging a dub, right? Look. KG was averaging 13 rebounds, bro.
Dude, their matchup just were better that series. Like, they were healthy. They were able to match up. They knew how to match up because they would put Kobe. They would put Kobe on Rondo. They put Kobe on Rondo for the entire series in 2010. They had Fisher on Allen, and they were prepared. They were way more prepared for that series. They were. I mean, to be honest with you.
Oh, they drink it, man. All right, so
go ahead, man. We're gonna get into our predictions.
Yeah.
About
predictions
49.
really quick.
I got a 49.
I knew it.
I got a 49.
5.
Give me Patty. I'm going with the Chiefs.
Booth.
Well, give me that pat. Give me that pat, boy. Give me that
Mahomes boy. Don't go with Mahomes, man. The torch is. I just think.
I'm gonna tell you why. Jimmy G can't throw the ball 8 times and think he's gonna beat the Chiefs.
And I think
that's not gonna happen.
What impressed me about the Chiefs was their defense.
Man, listen.
And stopping Derrick Henry.
And the front four. So this is the most alarming to me, and this is why I don't think the Chiefs will win. The fact that the Chiefs are only favored by 1 point, which means that by the time the game comes, it's going to be.
They probably won't be favored. Probably a pick'em game.
It's going to be a pick'em, right? It's going to be a push. That to me just doesn't sit well for a high-powered offense. That means that, as Five would say, Vegas knows something, right? They know something. And the 49ers defense has been legit all year long. And we don't give Kyle Shanahan enough credit. We don't.
I agree.
We do not. Kyle Shanahan is a pretty damn good offensive coach. Mm-hmm. And like Jimmy G can't just throw it 8 times, but Jimmy G ain't going to have to throw it 40 times. That's how I feel.
If they get behind, they will. He will.
And that's
I don't know if they going to, that's the thing. I don't know if they going to get behind.
And that's the one thing, too. Like, the Chiefs have been playing from behind both games.
Yeah.
Both games. I don't think that's going to happen a third game in a row. I think they're going to jump out early, and I think they're going to jump out 14-0. And that run game, you can't run down 14-0 with them because you won't get back in the game.
What did I tell you when they played Houston? I said, they don't want to get into a shootout with these boys.
Yeah.
And they got
You play right into their hands.
They really did.
But I don't
even going up big early.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think the 49ers, to me, have leaned. I don't even want to say they've leaned on their defense, but their defense has been great all year.
And they've been able to run the ball.
But that's what I'm like. That right there is like Super Bowl gold in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like in the Super Bowl, like we don't really see a lot of shootouts. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't see a lot of shootouts.
We in Miami now.
They got to get to the quarterback.
Miami
They
now.
got to get to the quarterback.
And
It's gonna be
that's my
71
thing.
and Sunday.
Absolutely. But listen. If Bosa and Armstead and the other two can get to just make Mahomes uncomfortable, man,
They got to do it with 4. They got to do it with 4. Because they got too many
they
weapons.
can do. They
I know
got to
they
do
can.
it before,
They got
and
to
they
do it.
can do it before.
They got to do it.
Tevin Coleman questionable. That's kind of big.
Who?
He played good.
That
He played-
is big.
He played really good in the
Who's
first half of
questionable?
that.
Tevin Coleman.
Oh, Tevin Coleman.
Until
Oh,
he
yeah.
got hurt, but Mozart, I mean,
If
he
I'm gonna
more
keep
than
saying this,
slack.
if they cannot run the football, they in trouble.
I just don't believe in the Chiefs defense. I've never.
But you said that, and they just literally showed you last week against the hottest running back in the league, who ran all over the Pats. They held him to what, 80-some yards?
How many times you rush the ball?
Oh, yeah.
But they don't have to run.
Attempts.
49 don't have to run the ball. Like,
Yeah,
they don't have to run the ball.
And then they were
They
losing.
don't have to run the ball.
Yeah, and towards the end they couldn't. They ain't had a lead.
And 19 attempts.
19
69
attempts.
yards.
They got to keep the
69
ball out
See,
of
oh,
Pat
I gave
Mahomes.
him yards.
They got to keep the ball out of Pat Mahomes.
19 attempts ain't feeding.
They made Tannehill.
That-
They did make Tannehill throw the ball.
19 attempts ain't feeding.
But
That ain't feeding.
They were
But
playing
they
from
made
behind.
Tannehill.
Go look at the Patriots game and go look at the Raiders game.
First of all,
he
they-
had 19 attempts probably against the Patriots in the first quarter.
I'm pretty sure a lot of these attempts were in the first.
That's what I'm saying.
Probably
You
about 15.
you expect them to have 30 carries and they losing by 17?
They just were losing about.
That's
They
what
were
I'm
losing.
saying.
then.
They were, but let's not forget this. They were up 17 to what? What was the score at the end of the first quarter?
10-7.
10-7. What was the score at the end of the second quarter?
No, they were losing.
They were at one point the game was 17.
Against Houston.
No,
It was probably 17-7.
17-7. At one point in time, the game was 17-7.
17-7 with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. They gave up a touchdown.
I'm almost willing. I would love to see how many attempts Henry had when the game was 17-7.
But here's the problem.
They started stopping him. That's why they.
No, but this is what I'm saying.
Here's what they lost the
You
game.
start panic, when you think about it, man. When you up 17-7, the Chiefs come down and let's say they score in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
You as a team, some of these teams they start to panic and thinking like we gotta score. They get away from what they're supposed to do.
So look, when it was 17-7, Kansas City scored. The very next possession, run to Derrick Henry, 1 yard. Derrick Henry again, no gain. Like they started stopping him.
Right, but then look,
You in third and
shotgun. That's a pass,
Yeah.
right? So you run it twice, you pass it.
Yeah.
Look, they score again. End of the first half. Let's look at this. Look,
Henry.
they come out 3 yards. Then he passes. See how they stopped running the ball? They stopped running the ball. You come out because of the.
That's third quarter.
That's their first drive in the third quarter.
You know what that
and
is?
you're really not even losing because they feel like we gotta score.
And that's what.
Pat-
But see,
Pat-
that's.
His first
but-
run was for
Chiefs,
3
man.
yards.
But that's where I feel like you're not giving the Chiefs enough credit because they make a team feel like that.
No, but that's what it's not that I'm not giving them credit. What I'm saying is teams start to feel that pressure. And if you start to feel the pressure like, damn, they scoring too fast, we have to score instead of saying, damn, they scored, let's just stay true to ourselves. Stay true to yourself. Stay true to yourself. Because if you start to look at Tennessee's look at their possessions after they're behind. You probably start to see Derrick Henry touch the ball less and less and less. And if they have a sustained drive, that's probably a drive where he was running the ball, and then guess what? They start getting cute, and they start throwing the ball. Because I remember in the second half, Henry actually broke a long run, and then they started passing the ball.
So their defense has been so much better. It's been better, bro.
been-
It's just been better, man. Like at the end of the day, their defense has been better.
The defense ain't got to be great. They got to be just.
They can.
Your
win.
defense has
You
to
don't have to
be
be great.
against a great defensive team, like the 49ers have. If your offense is not putting up points, your defense has to come out and do the exact same thing. So this is the question that I'm going to ask. Does Kansas City have the defense where their team can be, where Kansas City goes 3 to 4 drives and they don't score, can Kansas City's defense say to the 49ers, we're going to match those 4 drives so you don't score?
All they got to do is stop the run. If they stop the run, Jimmy G's ineffective because he's not a drop pass. He's not a drop back quarterback like that. He's a play action quarterback.
54. I would take the over.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely take the over.
I would take the over.
Take the over.
It's gonna be a great game.
It's gonna be a good game.
It's gonna be a great game.
But I'm always going with a greater quarterback.
But you have to. I mean, you got to look at it, man. When they lost to the Patriots last year, the Patriots were able to run the ball. They were able to. I mean, the Patriots was able to score, keep up like
They got whatever they wanted.
they got whatever they wanted.
In the
You know
fourth
why?
quarter, they got whatever
They
they
had to
wanted.
go.
They playing the 49ers.
They ran the same play.
That 49ers
4 times in a row.
team this year is not better than that Patriots team to me last year that won a Super Bowl that they lost to. I'm gonna say that.
I don't think they were better than them, but their front four is. Their front four better than them.
I'm just saying.
But I don't think. But that was also a shootout, though. That game was a shootout.
Who's game?
The Chiefs Patriots game.
It became a shootout in the second half.
If that happens with the 49ers, they're cooked. They can't allow that to happen. But you're saying that's not going to
I'm
happen.
not saying that it's not going to happen. This is what I'm saying. How last year, right? If you go look at the Patriots Chiefs, right? The Chiefs were able to get some stops, timely stops, to allow the Chiefs to come back to turn the game into a shootout. What I'm saying is can the Chiefs defense match the 49ers defense? Because if the 49ers are able to string together let's just say 3 stops. Let's just say 3 stops in a row. They're able to get the Chiefs off the field with no points. Can the Chiefs defense come out and stop the 49ers 3 times in a row? Do you have that faith in them?
What do you say? Ask the same thing about the 49ers. Can the 49ers score on the Chiefs?
I mean, it definitely go both ways.
I believe the 49ers could stop the Chiefs.
I'm kind of with you.
I believe they can stop them in
I'm
a few
kind of with you
plays.
on that, but the only thing I would say is I think the Chiefs can hold them to a field goal. And
But see, if
and
you
what
hold
do
them
we
to
say?
field
But
goal,
what do we say with field goals against great quarterbacks? That just doesn't work.
it don't work.
That doesn't work.
It doesn't. But
That doesn't work.
so if I get 9 and you get nothing, if I'm 9 and you nothing, can you make enough? So you're saying the Chiefs can make enough back-breaking plays to just take over the game?
Well, I don't. Yeah, I mean they can. I mean obviously they can flip a switch.
I know they can.
It could be
but I'm
14-9 in a heartbeat. But my thing is, I don't think they'll be able to just. I don't think they'll be able to get 3 every time. I think they'll maybe be able to get them off the field maybe once or twice. And it'll be like a 3-0, 6-0 game.
That's it.
But all it takes is 2 plays with them. Like
But then
30-yard plays. They in range. And
there you go.
yeah,
And that's why I say
it's
it's really on the 49ers to stay within themselves. Like that to me is the key to the game. They have to stay within themselves.
What's been working?
What's been working for you all year long? You can't look. You got to understand. Kansas City is gonna score the ball. You got to go in there automatically on. They gonna score the ball, and they gonna score fast. Can we stay true to ourselves? Because if we try to your point, if you try to get in the shootout with the Chiefs, it's probably not gonna work. Because you just don't have the speed that they have at all the positions that they have the speed at, right? But if I can say, okay, you score 7. Let me just move down here, kill some of this clock, and score 7. Even if I walk away with 3, right? I come out with 3, but I know I gotta stop you now. I know I have to stop you. But I have to chew up this clock. If I try to say, oh shit, you scored in 50 seconds, now we gotta score in 50, not gonna work.
That's hard to do though.
It's not gonna work.
That's hard to do though for any coach.
Shit, Tennessee tried to do it, and it didn't work.
Yeah, but I guess that's who they've been all year though.
Who, Tennessee?
Yeah, that's who they've been winning games like that all
49ers
year.
got to run the ball, keep that ball out.
Now, let me tell you, if the 49ers do not have the lead early, the game is over. Like, they have to control the game from start to finish.
I agree.
And if they do not, they are in trouble.
You got to have
I
the lead
agree.
just to have a chance.
They are in trouble. They cannot play from behind versus the Chiefs.
Richard Sherman can't be
I
everywhere.
100% agree. And if Jerry Rice ain't suiting up,
Y'all sleeping on George Kittle.
I'm not sleeping on him.
And Samuel.
Yeah,
They have some great
They
role
got
players.
some-
They're and we don't talk about their run game enough. Their schemes
Oh my God.
are incredible. Their zone run schemes are incredible. Kittle, the fullback, like leading the way on blocks. Like that is we don't talk about
You
fullbacks.
hear that,
a lot.
Bears?
Anybody remember the
Fullback.
We don't talk about that a lot, but their fullback, Kittle, they lead the way in their run game, and it works. So I mean, I'm kind of with A Will too. Like if they're able to stay within themselves and run the ball and kill clock, they will make it hard on the Chiefs. My thing is, I think the Chiefs are due for a fast start because they haven't had one in the 2 games, I should say, games they played in the playoffs. And they are due to score quickly because they've had 2 weeks to prepare, look at film. I think if they get the coin toss, they will accept the ball first because they know if they score first, they put the pressure on the 49ers.
So let me ask you this. The Chiefs get the ball first. They go down, they score. The 49ers get the ball. They go down, they kick a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like the Chiefs are truly in the driver's seat?
No, man.
Yes.
Chiefs
I
can kick
can't-
field goals.
It's the Super Bowl, man. Anything can happen, man. When Devin
Yes.
Hester ran that shit back for however many yards in the Super Bowl, I thought it was destined
And that was
because
the
of our
last
defense.
Yeah, but that's a whole game ago. I mean, that's a whole game.
No, that's
ago.
what I'm saying.
But
Like, think about it.
It knows if the 49ers score, it won't be quickly. They will kill a lot of
but
clock.
that's what I'm saying.
We'll be talking about it'll probably be somewhere towards the end of the first. So now you got 3 quarters left. Devin Hester, there was a full game left to go in the game.
But he scored first.
No.
But
We're
see,
talking
what
about
I'm
two
just
methodical
saying,
drives.
right.
We're talking about 2 methodical drives.
And the Chiefs may come out and score in 3 plays, right? They may
Exactly.
come out and score in 3 plays. But if the 49ers come back and I'm not even saying score a touchdown. I'm just saying they get 3 points. So now, like, the jitters are kind of out of it, right? So let's say we end the first quarter 7-3. Are the Chiefs clearly in the driver's seat?
I mean, not clearly, but I think
Not technically.
that next drive is pivotal.
I ain't gonna lie
It's
to you.
pivotal.
Okay, I'm glad you said.
They have to get a stop. The 49ers have to
If
stop.
they get a stop,
Now it's a brand new ball game. But if they don't,
If I agree,
and the Chiefs
I
score,
agree.
and it's 14-3,
What if it's 10-3?
I think it's still the same.
Let me ask y'all this. We already picked our Super Bowl picks. Final score predictions.
Oh Lord, oh man, I don't never know what the Super Bowl is. That's the hardest thing to me.
Chiefs 31.
I don't think the Chiefs was gonna score 31.
I absolutely think the 49ers will be in the 20s. I got the 49ers 24-31.
I said 31-17.
24-31. 35-24.
Because the Chief defense.
24-31,
Chief
35.
defense.
Come on, man, pick one.
35-24.
Yeah, pick a score.
35-24.
31-17.
I think we see some historic stuff from Pat Mahomes this Sunday.
7 touchdowns?
I think we see something historic from Pat Mahomes.
27-24.
And I think Jimmy G has a good game. A really good game.
That's the under.
27-24.
I'm picking the over, so I'm going to say...
Jimmy G has a good game.
I think Jimmy G has a decent game.
That means their running game is good.
Not necessarily.
31-24.
He's the most
But
successful when
you
their
know
running
what?
game is
Hold
good,
on,
man.
hold on,
He's a
hold
play action
on.
quarterback.
Hold on. Because the 49ers been in some shootouts.
Yeah, they was him. Yeah. I think Jimmy G is going to have a good game.
They was in one with the Saints.
I think Jimmy G is going to have a
That
good
went
game.
in the Super Bowl.
I think Jimmy G is going to have a good game.
The Saints, and I was in New Orleans. The Saints can put up points fast in New Orleans.
Man, different type of game, different type of atmosphere.
Jimmy G.
But Jimmy G is a 2-time Super Bowl champion, though. Let's not forget that. He had that pedigree. Sit on that sideline watching
So
him go.
I will say that.
What?
Sometimes you just gotta just.
Jump to them out.
Even bench players get rings, huh?
I think he said
Yeah.
he got
I mean, 48-46 against the Saints.
48-46.
This is gonna be how the game gonna slow down, just like
35-24.
31-24. I'm taking the over, but bear.
I said.
Shit, they put up 51 against the Panthers.
Yeah, that's the Panthers.
You about to crown him?
Chief just put up 51 in
coach,
3
not even they
quarters.
coach anymore. You can't tell me they was good.
I do got to go talk though.
We gotta go.
We'll post it. We'll post it.
on the site. Yeah. We'll
Can I say it before we post
Yeah,
it?
say
Yeah.
it.
Better crossover. Tim Hardaway, Allen Iverson.
Yeah, we're gonna post that.
Bro.
I mean, that's an easy answer, but we're
One
gonna
was
post it.
legal and one was illegal. I mean,
That is not true though. That is not true.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I, mean,
I will say that.
If they didn't call it, then it wasn't. It doesn't matter.
I will say that because you can Google YouTube some highlights of Iverson and his hand is on the side of the ball.
Iverson crossover better.
I'm just saying.
He's gonna post it.
You gonna post it? We'll post it.
He's
We'll
gonna
post it.
post it.
we'll argue.
Hold it. He said he's gonna
Follow us, Instagram, Goodfellas Podcast, spelled with a 3 instead of an E. Follow us, like us on Facebook, Goodfellas Podcast, on Twitter, Goodfellas87. Subscribe to the YouTube page, and we are on Apple Podcasts. Hey, Will, what can they do?
subscribe, rate, review.
Gang, gang, gang. Anybody got shout outs?
Yeah, I got a shout out. Since we won't be back before my wife's birthday is on Monday. So shout out
Happy
to
birthday.
the guys.
Happy
We're doing
birthday, Dad.
stuff this weekend. So gonna
Happy
eat.
birthday.
Eat good too. Oh,
Oh, we can't drink. Well, I can drink. But she
what?
can't.
You drinking for 2?
Yeah, for 3.
Okay.
But yeah, shout out to my wife and happy birthday. I won't say her age on there. She'll be a little upset with me.
Yeah. Them doors might be changed. Them locks might be changed by the time you get home, player. Hey, Will.
I ain't got none this week.
Been a crazy week.
It's been.
I think it's been a real empty week for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing either.
I ain't
You
got,
got him?
Mm.
He think hard.
I ain't got no shout out.
I mean, we ain't got anything. Oh yeah, we got
Man,
nothing.
I don't
Okay.
have any. I really don't have no shout outs this week.
Shout out.
Shout out to your bereavement.
I definitely used it. I used it.
2 hours
Got two
bereavement.
ones.
Yo, I used it, bro. I
believe
used
they
it.
gave you a 2-hour bereavement.
I
I
used
can't
it. I
believe
went
you
to
took
him.
it.
I went to him and took
I
it.
can't believe
I
you
was
took
sick
it.
Bro, bro, look.
It was 2 hours left in the day.
I wasn't finna work, bro. When I saw the news about Kobe, bro, I was
2 hours. Like, what was gonna happen in that 2 hours?
I wasn't trying to focus on telling people. I don't even want to get into it. You never know who's watching.
First of all,
It took
No,
you
no.
2 hours to get home from downtown.
No, it didn't.
Yes,
first
it did.
of all, who has 2-hour bereavement?
No. You can use it. You can use it as you want to. Like, if you leaving early, you can let them know. Like,
Okay,
Yeah.
alright, got you.
so that's what I did.
We won't get into that. Okay, we won't get.
I'm with you, 5. Who has a 2 hour bereavement?
No, it's not like a 2 hour. Like,
It is. You got
Yeah,
paid
but
bereavement
you
time for the last 2 hours.
when I told them I was leaving early, they say, "What do you want to use?"
All right, let me ask you this.
Let's
Did
go.
you have to go to work the next day on Monday?
Was I on Monday? No, I went.
Okay, so
Bereavement.
you didn't take bereavement on Monday.
I had to gather myself.
That's the funny part is you missed the whole
The
definition
brother
of the
can't
word.
gather himself.
I mean,
You missing what bereavement really means.
I would. Hey, Booth,
You
you
need some.
I'm on your side,
days.
but you-
Well, then just
I'm
shut
just
up.
saying you should have
And
took more
usually-
time off.
And usually when you take bereavement,
Hey, bro.
you really take like
Hey, bro.
days in a row.
Hey,
you
bro.
took 2 hours.
You reaved.
The 2 hours not the problem. You could have took the 2 hours, then you should have took off another 2 or 3 days.
You didn't
Hey.
bully.
That's what I'm saying.
You
That's all.
Hey,
That's all.
hey.
You just needed a breather. You thought that's what bereavement
That's what you
means?
Can I get a
You
breather?
want
You need a breather.
Shout out to Kobe
You could have just went outside
for
for
an
it.
illustrious 20-year career, man.
Hey, you won't get out of this.
I used it.
We'll talk more about this on there.
You can use 2 hour PTO.
You know what? It's time.
Take that.
You need a shot too?
Hey,
Before we get out of here, man. Like we said, shout out to Kobe. I wore this shirt today. I wore this shirt the last time I saw Kobe live, so that's why I wanted to wear this one today. So
Amen.
yeah, man. Shout out to my Laker Nation. I do want to shout out y'all, Laker Nation. We still here. We always gonna be here.
Purple
And man, and shout out my cousin Saul, man. Harlem Globetrotter went and got the Mamba Forever tattoo yesterday, 8/24. Shout out to him too. But yeah, shout out to all my Laker Nation people.
have we all seen Kobe play live?
Yes.
I
You
have.
kidding me?
Yeah.
I went with you
Many times.
when we snuck them water bottles in there. You remember that?
Yes, I've been that time. I've seen that man play about 7
I've
times.
never
Live.
seen Kobe play.
I've seen
Yeah, that
I've
was
seen Coach.
that was a dope experience.
I've seen Coach.
So yeah,
Go ahead. Sorry.
lay off of me, man. Get off of me, man. All right.
No, I'm not.
Maybe tomorrow.
I'm not.
Until next week, when the Chiefs are Super Bowl champions, Love, live
You
life.
gonna leave
I'm about
Berean
to take a
with
shot.